All right. Here I am again, looking at my own YouTube stuff. You know, 8 months ago. Oh, no. I'm already screwing this up. Great. Just peachy. One sec. I know you can hear me, but you couldn't hear the YouTube. And it wasn't even broadcasting. I am an idiot. There it is. I am the dumbest man alive. And it's still not working. Oh. I was making a beat. Yes, this trash. It's not a terrible beat, but I just a few months ago was very much into the idea of like, oh, I'm gonna make more music and put it out and stuff. And then I got this pesky IT career that I got to keep track of, and I got to learn things at and do. And I do have fun doing that stuff. But the more I do it, the more I feel like I'm falling away from myself. You know, what a problem to have in the middle of your life. You know, most of my peers, they got it all figured out. They know exactly what they want, and they're doing it, and they've been committed for over a decade, you know, maybe going on 2 decades. Privacy is an illusion. You know, I'm just going to bumble around a little bit.
In this video, I'm going to be diving into my DIY ghost computer projects. Not just the builds that worked, but we're going to go over the ones that exposed real problems that we're facing in 2026. The unfortunate truth is that privacy is almost impossible, but that does not mean that we should stop trying.
I mean, as a cybersecurity professional in my day job, I do know that you're not getting away with anything. You know, if you electronically pay for something, there's always going to be a record. They'll always be able to see what you did. You know, even if you think you're pulling off like the heist of the century or whatever using computer equipment, they can look into your bank records and see that you move money around, and you know, there's no freedom.
The limits of software-based privacy and why hardware always becomes the final battleground. I will also be sharing ideas for future ghost projects and experimental builds that push this concept further. I want people to take these concepts.
This guy spent a lot of money on black lights
and build something better. This video is about education, experimentation, and safety. And maybe today what you believe feels right. But when rules change, beliefs do not protect you anymore. Nothing announces the end of freedom. You just wake up one day without it.
This video is for educational purposes only. I do not condone any illegal.
I mean, he's not lying. I'm getting nervous and more nervous day by day. I just need to check the stream. I have a sneaking suspicion that it ain't going my way.
Freedom. You just wake up one day without it.
This video is for educational purposes only. I do not.
I'm going to give myself a like since I'm here.
I mean, he's not lying.
I'm the only one liking my shit currently. Yeah, nobody's here. I'm going to actually watch the chat over here on this side, and I guess we're going to rip through this.
Also, before we jump into the video, another quick disclaimer. I do not know everything. This is my 3rd ghost computer video. The whole point of this series is learning and sharing what I discovered along the way. With that said, let's get into it. When people talk about privacy, it's almost always focused on software, apps, operating systems, encryption.
You know, I know that he's doing this for theater, but what a bizarre concept of just like, oh, I just happen to leave all my equipment arranged like this on my desk. You know, the video is probably trying to appeal to some, you know, young people. You know, hackers are cool. You know, in the 90s, I thought hackers were cool. Hack the planet, man. But oh, he's got an F Society. That's cool. But yeah, this isn't just laying out like this.
Your computer does not start with your operating system. It starts with firmware.
Yeah. He's going to go into a lot of like background stuff about computers and stuff.
Chips that
what I really want to know is what is this guy's
machines that have changed hands multiple projects.
Look, I don't want to get into the dark web and
I tried aircraft
everything that I know about in a YouTube video. I just happened to stumble in that direction. Asmongold's the man. We got 3 minutes from him here.
I did see this. I forgot to show it. Thank God I have been remembered. The woman that stole Nick Sodor's camera equipment and drove onto the sidewalk. And I want to make sure everybody understands what happened here, okay? So this is what happened.
Hey! Get, what did she just do?
I saw this.
She took Nick's camera.
So this is her driving off with this guy's camera in this car. Keep in mind, remember this car. Remember this car.
She just stole Nick's camera.
Yep. Is she on the sidewalk?
Wow.
Yep. That's illegal? It is.
Wow.
This is, in fact, illegal.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
Minnesota is now like the heart of like where insane people are.
Right out of your hand while you're in the car?
What the fuck you wanted, right? That's what you did. Man, listen, motherfucker. You better get the fuck out of here.
Ooh, and it's his fault somehow.
You a coward, bitch. You have to leave.
So obviously they're crashing out, getting really mad at him. Like, yeah, they're arguing, etc. Get this. The woman who stole the camera and drove onto the sidewalk, dangerously dragging him, has been identified as the owner of, get this, Children's Autism Center in Spring Lake Park, Minnesota. The license plate and the vehicle matches.
Whoa.
And this is even him. He's responding, you cannot make this shit up. I found it. Only 2 photos and no reviews. Another angle of the woman robbing him. That's the same guy.
Why is it not our place? This is America.
Hey! Get, what did she just do?
Man, the FBI
Wow.
are involved immediately. Wait, what? Are they finally actually doing
You are
something?
beat for that camera, though. You're
We're
not
on
getting
it.
that back.
Man, and they immediately found this person's information. Oh my God. Well, that's what happens. Also, here's another thing, is you've got to go after the people that were around her too. Because all of those people were accomplices, because they were trying to stop him from getting his camera back from her. So they were physically interfering. So I think really you should charge
Yeah,
all
this
of them. I
guy-
think that's the good idea.
This guy right here, I just saw behind Asmongold here doing the like, well, maybe I know more than you.
Interfering. So I think really you should charge all of them. Stop him from getting his camera back from her.
I want to hear what
So
this
they were
guy with the
physically
glasses had to
interfering. So I
say.
think really you should charge all of them. I think that's the good idea. It is hilarious.
They were beating up their own too, those people in Minnesota. But yeah, I think the overall, the overarching theme that I wanted to get at with my discussion tonight is growing old sucks, and it's just a part of life. But Minnesota is never going to get old. Yeah, I'm all over the place. My ADHD is really bad, man. The psychology of the gambler, I ain't getting lost on that. I want to know more about Minnesota. Minnesota news. I want Ilhan Omar because I want to see. I want to see what's going on with that. Ilhan. Oh, there's 2 Ilhan Omar. How concerned is she? This woman is just so crazy to me because she married her brother to get citizenship, they're saying.
To talk about this in terms of Illinois.
I really want to know if that's
which
true.
was one of the places we did one of our hearings as well. So we'll open up to questions, and any of the members who would like to answer, please let me know.
Good afternoon. This is for Congressman Omar. We know President Trump, he's floating the insurrection act. He's pointing to scenes of violence that we've seen in Minneapolis, those clashes between protesters and law enforcement.
Minneapolis kicking raps
The power he believes
with Kangol hats and army jackets.
How concerned are you about those comments?
Well, thank you for directing it to me, but I'm sure Kelly also can answer this question. It is very concerning, but it is not surprising. Even before anything happened, he was floating the
I don't know.
insurrection act.
Something is
do
condescending
believe,
about her when
that
she
one of the reasons
communicates.
why he sent this paramilitary occupation into our state, why this level of terror is taking place, why we are seeing the kind
Level
of
of terror, what?
chaos that is ensuing, is because he does want to invoke the Insurrection Act. And we are telling our constituents not to take the bait. We are telling our constituents to lawfully practice their First Amendment right. We are telling them to document.
This is a perfect storm, all this bullshit. This lady's gonna go to hell in a handbasket.
That they might get from law enforcement.
Seriously.
But make no mistake, what he wants to do is wear Minnesota down so that he can tear Minnesota down.
Mm-hmm.
The interest here is for there to be intimidation in order for us to submit. That is what he expected the Somali Americans here in Minnesota would do.
One thing I don't understand about this idea of submission. I mean, you're not above the federal government. This was all established before any of us were alive. So to say anything of the sort of like, oh, they're supposed to be in charge and they're not following federal law. I'm just trying to put together. I'd like to talk to somebody who's like on the other side of this.
Being resilient, defiant,
I seriously have to find that
confident
person.
in the constitutional rights that we have. Then he's gone after the Latino community. And we've seen everybody mobilize to try to make sure that they were protected. What came next? St. Paul, door to door, knocks, asking people if they can identify a Hmong neighbor. What kind of country has this become? That's right. We are not going to allow this to continue. We are going to stand
So
up
she's
for our
this lady right here is shaking her head no. This guy's shaking his head yes.
I don't know if Kelly wants
She's
to.
also shaking yes.
Yeah, I think it's important to level set when you think about the fact that Minnesota is a relatively small state. We have we're kind of in the middle of the road in terms of estimated number of undocumented people in the state. We have about 100,000 is an estimate.
Okay.
This is not about immigration enforcement. In recent days, he has 3 times, the president said that he won the election in Minnesota, which is historically inaccurate, not factually true. What other words can I use?
Diplomatic.
Well, he's still the president, though.
Campaign of escalation.
See, this is so concerning to me because they all laughed as if, oh no, we didn't vote for him. But it doesn't matter because when people I didn't want, if they had won, if Democrats had won, I'd be on Team America to the extent that I'm a Democrat with them doing their thing. I'm connected to them. The way that they talk about it, it's just so weird. It's like
in our state, the idea that he would threaten to invoke the Insurrection Act on one of these United States should horrify everyone in our country.
yeah, 47% of all presidents have used the Insurrection Act, though. It's just let's actually look into that. What is the Insurrection Act? See if somebody did a nice infographic on it. Here's a, let me see. This one's 39 minutes old.
Back to All Day Live. I'm Amy Huckert. It's the 1 o'clock hour here on the show, and we're glad that you're with us. We continue to watch some developing
Thank you, honey.
Scenarios outside the Whipple building, the federal building in the Minneapolis area.
The Minneapolis kicking raps with Kangol hats and army jackets.
There, so Ryan's keeping an eye on that. We'll bring that to you live if we need to. We want to talk a little bit more now about the most recent developments in these ongoing tensions here in the Twin Cities. President Trump this morning, I don't know if you saw this, he is now threatening to invoke the Insurrection Act and send military troops to Minnesota. So here is what he posted this morning on Truth Social, saying, quote, if the current politicians, politicians in Minnesota don't obey the law and stop the professional agitators and insurrectionists from attacking the patriots of ICE who are only trying to do their job, I will.
So I guess this is coming right out of Minneapolis.
He goes on to say that will, quote, quickly put an end to the travesty that is taking place Put
myself up here real quick.
Now,
See?
typically, the Insurrection Act is invoked at the request of a governor. Doesn't appear to be the plan here.
Fox 9 Minneapolis.
92
St.
during
Paul.
the LA riots, and we of course had the
Good
surge
stuff.
of immigration enforcement that really hit a fever pitch 1 week ago when Renee Good was shot and killed by an ICE agent in Minneapolis. And since then, we have, as we just saw a few moments ago, countless protesters. There's been some property damage, and of course another shooting last night in Minneapolis, ICE-related. A man shot shot in the leg. Expected to be fine. The agent, we don't have any update on his condition. We're going to talk
It's because
about
everybody's
all of that in a
nuts
minute.
out there,
First,
man.
we wanted to show you, I believe we have Governor Walz's reaction to the president's comments that he was going to invoke the Insurrection Act potentially here. So this is Governor Walz's reaction. He said he's believed that this Insurrection Act was really the president's plan all along, putting out a direct plea now to the president on social media. Turn the temperature down, stop this campaign of retribution. This is not who we are. And also
This is wild coming from this dude. This dude,
loudly, urgently.
this dude is involved in fraud, and he's trying to be like, but the president, it's cool.
So
Come
we
on,
know
man,
that,
this is not.
that is out there. Generally speaking, again, this act would send in military troops to stop what the president sees as sort of an insurrection.
This is
situation.
insanity.
So what exactly, though, does that mean? William Muck is a
there's another act called the Posse Comitatus Act, which basically outlaws the use of U.S. military in the United States. And what the Insurrection Act is this one exception where it says under these extraordinary circumstances where you've got, conflict, insurrection occurring within a community, then the president in these very extraordinary circumstances can deploy U.S. troops for that purpose. Again, it is intended to be very rare. It has only been used 30-some times in the U.S. history, but again, it goes all the way back to 1807.
When you say
30
troops
times,
specifically,
though.
are we talking about? I mean, we're talking about army, soldiers.
He said 47% or 49% of presidents. And if he's 47, that's a good amount of people.
That's interesting. And not to get too much in the weeds here, but as we talk.
This is a more extreme.
I wouldn't say it's that
decision by the
rare if
president
it's happened
to
that many
use such an
times in a
act.
200-year
Can the
history.
courts get involved here? Either
We're about to
on
be
the front
250.
end, trying to block it, or a review if this were to happen, and sort of try to make changes if necessary later. How are the courts involved at all?
I anticipate that they very much will be. Now, what's interesting about all this is that you can go back to a Supreme Court ruling from 1827, which basically that ruling said the president has the ability to make the determinations about whether it's appropriate to use the Insurrection Act. So that would give a lot of power to the presidency. Now, over more recent times, the Supreme Court has said, well, we can weigh in to see whether it's being used appropriately. So I think it is absolutely going to work its way through the courts and ultimately probably work its way up to the Supreme Court and decide when and whether the president has the authority to do this.
Okay, so even the reporting coming out of there is saying if he has the authority to do this. One of the things that was just said earlier was that he was capable of doing it. So that should be absolutely fine. I don't understand what the argument is here. I just don't understand. I've heard that if you mod the Nintendo Switch, it's a big issue. Nintendo can just decide that your Switch doesn't work anymore. Bad stuff. What happened? All right. I guess I'm reacting with this reactor here. I'll make my my shit the same size as his shit. So you react, and then I'll react to your reaction while we react to what is happening. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think are the chances that this elderly woman is political at this point in her life? And this just shows you the level of derangement the left have, particularly these like far left activists.
So what
What
happened?
do you see here? And what's even worse is that, their own party
wait till I
won't
see
even
here.
call these people out.
So he already saw it.
I've never
So
heard anyone call out
we're
these
reacting
people,
to his
how
reacting
they just
reaction.
harass ordinary citizens. And like, especially this, instance here where you're harassing an elderly couple from just
I say it! Say it! You're a bitch! Your mom's a bitch! Say it!
Why is he wigging out?
You not say! You not say! You not say!
Hey, yo, what's up, guys?
This guy's
So,
like amused.
I'm 100% sure I've already covered this guy because I could just tell by his voice. There was another video I did where
what the
this
hell?
deranged leftist was just roaming the streets and doing the exact same thing, just harassing ordinary citizens. And this guy, I don't know, he seems pretty calm about it because if that were me, I would have lost it by now.
That guy looks amused. I'm amused.
Anyways,
I would
the
like
streets are
laugh.
just
I
getting
wouldn't know what
crazy
to
with
say.
deranged leftists. I want to show you another one here of a Trump supporter. Okay. At a drive-through. Look at what he encounters here because this is just insane.
All right, so tell me what just happened.
The people in the back of the car right behind you said that you're a Trump supporter and just to let us know.
So they warned you that the car in front of them, which is me, is a Trump supporter.
Yes. Sir.
And what do they think you were supposed to do with that information?
I don't know, treat you differently.
Wow.
But that's crazy.
Wow,
how
that is.
society is now.
Do you see how Democrats are and liberals? Yeah. They're so mean. They're trying to get me back.
But we have to jump immediately to blaming each other. See, the problem that I keep seeing, we don't have any forgiveness for each other. People fuck up. We hold it to them. I mean, yeah, hold people accountable for shit. You know, if somebody murders somebody, it's a little different than like arguing in the drive-thru. Okay, this is what I'm looking forward to here. Hold on.
Additionally, from this moment forward, if you're on public assistance, like almost all Somalis are, did you see where 94% of them are on public assistance?
Oh, boy.
You can't wire money out of the country back to your bank account from where you came. It's massive numbers of people are scamming our country. You know, they came from a place with nothing. And they come here and they drive around in Mercedes-Benz. You know, the Mercedes-Benz dealers do well in that area of Minnesota. Can you believe it? They have nothing. They get welfare payments and they have Mercedes-Benzes. 2 suspected scammers in Minnesota, of which there are many. It's a great state. It was a great state. Now it's getting destroyed by that stupid governor. What a stupid guy he is. But he's a crook.
Tell him how you really feel.
Investigating large-scale visa fraud. And the Department of Justice has already charged nearly 100 people in criminal conspiracies in Minnesota. We intend to imprison any fraudster, politician, or public official involved in these sick plots to loot and pillage our country. Think of that Ilan Omar. She lives in Somalia. They don't have a government. They don't have a military. They don't have police. They don't have anything. All they have is murder and robbing ships, bringing in ships, pirates. That's stopped. Same missile, ping. Think of it. She comes from a country with nothing, and she comes here and she tells us about our Constitution. I have a constitutional right to rip off the country. I guess she's a total scam artist. Anybody knows.
I mean, this is coming from the
Anybody
highest
can get away
office
with
about
it.
that lady.
AOC
And
plus
things
3.
just really
She
don't
was
add
one
up.
of the 3. They're all scammers. Additionally, from this moment forward, if you're on public assistance, like almost all Somalis are, did you see where 94% of them are on public assistance?
That's insanity.
You can't wire money out of the country back to your bank account from where
That's
you came.
nuts.
But more importantly, we probably aren't even going to give them the money anymore, the money going to them because of the tremendous abuse and probably illegality being perpetrated on our country. We're not going to give them the money. We're not giving them the money. It's massive numbers of people are scamming our country.
Yeah.
You know, they came from a place with nothing, and they come here and they drive around in Mercedes-Benz. You know, the Mercedes-Benz.
Why is it doing this
that
more
area
than
of
once? Did I
Minnesota.
accidentally back it up?
They have nothing. They get welfare payments. And
Or did somebody not copy and paste
California,
properly?
Scott, right away, we're going to send out that notice. This fraud, this massive fraud, we're going to have a balanced budget. That's how much money you're talking. We'll have a balanced budget without all the growth I'm talking about. And then you add the growth, we got one hell of a country. We're giving 90-day notices to places like California, Scott. Right away, we're going to send out that notice. Who would bill the federal government as people poured into the state to send those people back because no country can afford to do it? No country can afford to take in millions of people, pay for their education, their health care.
It's true.
Their hospitals. You just can't do it.
And I was working
We all have a heart. You can't do
60,
it.
80-hour
But many of those people
work
are
weeks to
murderers.
pay for a mortgage
They're
for a
people released
house
from jails, prisons,
that I
mental
lost in a divorce.
institutions, insane asylums. They're people that
Everybody
are drug
robs each
dealers.
other. It's
They're
true.
addicts.
It's true.
Additionally, starting February 1st, we're not making any payments to sanctuary cities or states having sanctuary cities because they do everything possible to protect criminals at the expense of American citizens. And
Connecticut.
it breeds fraud and crime and all of the other problems that come. So we're not making any payments.
I'm in Connecticut
anybody that
for
supports
anybody
sanctuary
who's not paying attention, which is nobody. I'm talking to ghosts. Nobody's there.
We have also
Is anybody there?
suspended
Hold on, let me
nearly
look.
8,000 SBA loans, Small Business Association loans.
I don't even care. If you're there, I can't see you. Sorry, buddy.
In Minnesota, of
Sorry,
which there are
ghosts.
many. It's a great state. It was a great state. Now it's getting destroyed.
Yep.
By that stupid governor. What a stupid guy he is.
They just love
But he's a
looping this
crime
around.
force led by a predator.
Yeah, I mean, being called stupid by the president of the United States of America. What an amazing situation that is for you here. Ah, man. Strange music just dropped something. See, if I play this, it borks the stream, though. So I can't do that. I like Fetterman.
We must reform ICE.
If I ever get stopped by ICE or I see them kidnapping someone, I'm gonna run them over.
$9 billion.
Yo.
You don't think so? Really?
Ilhan Omar is in full panic mode. She knows that everything is coming to an end. The money is coming to an end. Her status in America is coming to an end.
You think that's really going to happen, though?
Somalian fraud. She is
I feel like
very much at risk.
I feel like until I see her in handcuffs, it's not. It's nothing. This is until I see Donald Trump doing something. Until I hear Donald Trump say she's fired.
The press is not stopping. She is corrupt. It's disgusting what's happening
That's
around
right.
her.
I remember
She's allowed to
2010.
happen.
It's a great
the fraud
year.
that she has taken part of. So now let's take a look at what the heck is going on.
Congresswoman, Republicans have repeatedly stated that you committed immigration fraud. Are you at all worried about a formal investigation that could perhaps lead to your deportation?
Are you one of those people?
I don't know what that means, but are you at all concerned?
One of those people.
I guess not. Okay. All right. What about the Minnesota fraud hearing? You didn't show up for that. Do you think you should have?
Why should I have?
Well, it happened in your state. Don't you want to defend your position?
There were people from my state that were there.
Okay, but why not you? I mean, there's allegations that you're complicit in the fraud. Wouldn't you
This
want to
is
show
a
up?
weird attitude to have towards this.
Complicit. How would I be complicit?
Well, what about Tim Walz?
You just ask stupid questions. Is this your thing?
Whoa. I'm curious to get your thoughts. I mean, there's a lot of controversy around
Wow.
the issue. $9 billion in fraud in the state of Minnesota.
$9 billion?
You don't think so?
Really?
Yeah, and counting. Probably more, honestly. You think that's fake news or what?
That is more than half of the resources that are allocated.
Okay.
So you genuinely, like, your brain has told you that.
Your
it's possible.
brain. Why does she go to like the
Resources.
insult of the brain and the?
Public service to like have disappeared is what you're saying.
Countless Minnesota state representatives, whistleblowers have come
listen
forward.
to yourself, though.
I'm
Like,
trying
just
to
think about that for a second.
Maybe if you showed up at the hearing, you would know that
just think
whistleblowers
about
are
that
being
for a second.
retaliated against for exposing the fraud. Why is that? Why are they being
But
tracked and
just
traced?
think about what you're asking. Who is tracing whistleblowers?
Minnesota state officials, Tim Walz, anyone who dares to speak out against the government.
Tim Walz is doing something to whistleblowers?
Why is Tim Walz stepping down if he's, you know?
So this lady answers a lot of questions with a lot of questions. This is an assassin going for the throat. This one knows that her throat's got, but she's like, fuck you.
Innocent. Why isn't he running for re-election?
Interesting
Because
timing.
he's had 8 years to serve as our great governor.
He was going to be vice president of the United States if Kamala won.
Yes, and he would have been an excellent vice president.
But now he's stepping
much
down.
better than the person we have right now.
And now he's stepping down as governor. Any comment on that? You don't think he's maybe complicit?
He is focusing
Wow.
on trying to make sure our state remains great.
Great.
All right, have a nice day.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting the fact that
This
Tim
is
Walz
nuts.
just went from running for vice president of the United States to now he's just giving up. He's just quitting. I didn't get the position I wanted, so I'm just going to quit. I wasn't really in it for the people. I was just in it for the title, for the paycheck, right? Kind of weird how Ilhan Omar didn't really answer a single question. Just kept deflecting. Really? That much money? I mean, that's what people
Yeah,
are
there was no
saying.
denial. That's odd to me. There's no, we didn't do that. I have nothing to do with nothing. Tim, you have to ask Tim those questions, and it's not indicative of anything. There's no denial.
People are exposing. If the whistleblowers are saying that, then we should probably look into it. It's very bizarre behavior. It's all projection. You can tell Ilhan's time is coming to an end in America, about to be deported. John Fetterman blows the whistle for the Democrats. Holy
This is what I
smokes,
really
he's
wanted to
basically a
learn about.
Republican at this point.
Border, and it was skyrocketing, and it's like, that's unsustainable. When you reach almost 300,000 people, that's unsustainable, and we need to, as a Democrat, it shouldn't be unreasonable to want to secure our border and do it in that way. And now let's also talk about ICE. Now, absolutely, again, what happened in Minneapolis was absolutely tragic. And then now, if you think, now this is from the Washington Post, this is the latest statistics. These are people that ICE now are, it's like now, 67% have criminal charges, pending ones, or that. So that's more than 2/3. The people now there are some people that aren't involved.
He's a little sloppy with the public speaking, just like I am.
I think two things can be true. Round up all the criminals, deport them. They shouldn't have ever been here, and they definitely have to go. And now I don't want to see more and more things happening in Minneapolis now too. So two things must be true, and I strongly reject the extreme on either side, about this now. So we must be true. And I watched you earlier in your show. You just pointed out President Obama deported, millions of people, and there wasn't having the same.
Yeah, that's the weird thing to me about this isn't new. Everyone's acting like this is new, and the amount of people that Trump has deported in comparison to past presidents, it just doesn't. The number's not out of control.
From Democrats.
One step up. When President Obama was president, CNN actually did a ride along with ICE while they went and conducted their job of deporting or catching illegals and the deportation process. And you know what CNN had to say? This is great. This is so good. Wow, this is phenomenal. And there were no $1,000 ICE. You want to know why? Because politicians.
My phone audio is linked with the board.
ICE.
Whoops.
The media was not speaking out against ICE. It just kind of happened, and it wasn't at the forefront of the news cycle, and it wasn't being overly politicized, because having illegals in America, or in any country for that matter, is you can't reward it. It's bad. Why are you rewarding criminal behavior by breaking into a country and illegally residing in that country?
And so today, I am glad to announce that the Congressional Progressive Caucus has adopted an official position to hold ICE accountable. Our caucus members will oppose all funding
They are
for
accountable.
immigration enforcement in any appropriation bills until meaningful reforms are enacted to end militarized policing practices. And
so she basically wants to defund ICE. This is so weird. It's overly politicized. And
that is odd. It's like the lid was blown off for all this fraud, and the people who are responsible for taking care of those who are guilty of that fraud. This is wild. It gets more and more wild all the time. It doesn't end. I love these monkeys. They make me happy. Imagine having a nose like that. Imagine having a fucking schnoz like hanging off your face all the time. That shit would be wild. You gonna make some noise? Yeah, we're just gonna hear him eat. Yeah, I want a beak like that. Why not me?
Minnesota fraud, Nick Shirley, what happened?
Hi guys. This is pretty much been
You know, America has a big thank
I'm gonna
you
post a
coming
couple clips
into
here, so
Nick
just give them a
Shirley's
watch.
direction.
We're in the middle of a strip mall here inside of this neighborhood.
In fiscal year 2025, this facility shares its license for 74 kids, paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids, and all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, I try to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door.
I want to put my son Joey in daycare because I need a spot to put my son Joey. Is this your daycare
The truth
center?
is that the guy's a virgin. He has no
Well, I just
son.
want to put a child in daycare, but all the daycare centers seem to be closed. No one's opening the doors.
You work here?
I was, yeah. What's happened?
Where are the kids?
Yeah?
It says it's licensed for 74 children. Right here, state of Minnesota. Where are the
Oh,
kids?
boy.
They
Yeah.
got paid $1.26 million in fiscal year 2025. It says they have a capacity for 74 children.
You still got that money in that bank account, too.
Right here. State of Minnesota website. You work here and you don't know?
I don't know. I was there before. I don't know what's going on.
Were there any kids when you worked here?
He's there. Kids there. What's
How
up?
many?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You worked here.
He
Okay,
doesn't
well, you're not of any
know.
help.
Can I put my son in a daycare here?
No, I don't know.
No.
Can I speak to someone?
No, I don't know.
No? Yeah,
No,
I would like
she
to
doesn't
see if
know.
I can put my son Joey here.
Who's your son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
I'm gonna do my son. No.
Do you put your kid
I
here
wonder
in
what
daycare?
she said.
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your curry.
What?
Because of my color. You said you're scared of me because of my color. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah. No.
But
no,
you-
no.
you said you're scared of me because of my color.
I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist. So right
I
now,
don't understand what this
he's
is.
shown the paperwork of this.
This is
business.
immediately
Registered
devolving to the
business,
dumbest thing I've
74
ever seen in my
no
life.
children. We saw one child when the lady opened up the door. But now they're all getting mad.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Ask the owner and the kids.
Well, then why are you talking
That's
for
not
the
my
owner
proof.
if you're
That's
telling me
not
to
my
talk to
proof.
the owner?
I'm sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
Oh boy.
Does anybody? Where are the 74 kids? Did you lose them? Did you lose these kids? Do I need to call someone? Do I need to issue an
Oh,
Amber
boy.
Alert for missing children? Are these children missing? It's not my business that children are missing. 74 infants and toddlers, preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
It's from the state of Minnesota right here.
What are they
Here in
saying?
Minnesota, massive
I want to know what they're
fraud
saying in
taking place
Somalian.
within the government and the Somali population.
I know what we
Here-
can do. Hold on a sec. Hey, you're on my podcast. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. I'm ready to be the voice in the ether. What are we diving into?
Well, what I'm curious about Chat GPT, and do you want to say hi to the audience real quick? I don't think anybody's listening yet, but we're on YouTube.
Hey out there, whether it's one listener or zero, I'm here. And if you're tuning in later, well, welcome to the replay.
Oh,
Let's make this fun.
that's very binary of you. Hey, if I play you a clip and you hear it, do you speak Somalian? Is that a language that you know?
I do. If you play me a clip, I'll catch those Somali words like a net in the wind.
All right,
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna start playing now.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
It's from the state of Minnesota right here.
I hear the clip.
Here in
That part was in
Minnesota-
English, though. If you've got something in Somali specifically, feel free to toss that in, too.
Okay, hold on. Listen for the Somalian.
Preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
It's from the state of Minnesota right here.
I'm still hearing that in English, so if the Somali part is somewhere else in the clip, or if you need a different section, let me know.
Hold on.
The state of Minnesota right here.
No rush. whenever you've got it lined up.
Okay, so you have to listen for the state of Minnesota right here, and then she says something in Somalian, so listen for that, okay? It's playing.
Toddlers, preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
From the state of Minnesota right here.
So she said, Kawadran, which means something like, what do you say? Or what about it? In that context.
Oh, so she's just denying in Somalian, essentially.
Exactly. It's like a casual follow-up. Kind of like saying, what are you talking about? In a conversational way.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for your help. I hung up. Thank you for the assist, GPT. Isn't the future wild? We can talk to the computer whenever we want now.
Here in Minnesota, massive fraud is taking place within the government and the Somali population. Here, this building alone, Quality Learning Center, is a daycare, yet they spelled learning wrong, and they said leering. This daycare alone in 2025 has received $1.9 million.
Almost $2 million.
And the strange things about these
to pay for an empty room that no child ever goes to. It infuriates me.
If you were to try to go inside, it's completely closed and the windows are all blacked out. No one's working. Midday, children should be in here, and this place is licensed for 99 children, and this is the outside. There's no windows, no nothing, and like I said, they literally spelt the word wrong on their sign.
Yeah, that's
this
fucking
open.
That's a smoking gun.
Here inside of Minnesota.
Because I mean, if there were children there, some parent would be like, the Leering Center, really? You know? I would have pointed it out. I'd be like, you know, your sign says Leering and not learning. There's no N. You got to get that fixed. You look like an idiot.
On the Somali population, however, that's just the facts of what's happening here inside of Minnesota. $1.9 million for this daycare center that can't even spell learning right.
Minnesota's largest welfare fraud case has been exposed, and multiple individuals involved have already been arrested and are now cooperating with investigators.
Here we go.
One daycare facility couldn't even spell the word learning correctly, yet still received $4 million in public funding.
Ugh.
Independent journalist Nick Shirley attempted to enroll his son in several taxpayer-funded daycare centers.
Well, he doesn't have a son,
Minnesota.
but yeah.
Every location he visited was completely empty. He then exposed what was really happening. Videos show that some of the listed
That kid
daycare
doesn't
addresses
sleep.
had no children at all. Some locations were vacant buildings or private residences, yet they had been collecting government subsidies for years. Nick Shirley and his team conducted on-site investigations, knocking on doors one by one. In front of the camera, some refused to answer, some shut the door immediately, and others suddenly changed their story, denying everything. One daycare facility specifically named in the investigation reportedly received around $1.9 million in public funds in 2025. Yet during filming and site visits, the location
I just think of every time I struggled to go see a
State
dentist.
authorities and law enforcement have
Working
now launched
60-hour
formal
work weeks.
investigations.
So what do you think about this daycare center? They spelt learning wrong. They've received over $1.9 million this year alone, and they're supposed to have 99 children here.
I don't see it.
Have you ever seen any children here?
None at all.
This year they got 1.9 million. Last year they got 1.5 million of your tax money for 99 children.
This dude lives around the way or whatever.
I've been here since 2017. I haven't seen anybody like
Never
that here.
seen a child here.
No, not at all.
And how does that make you feel knowing that this place is
2017.
receiving $1.9
I haven't seen
million?
shit.
Disgusting. I mean, what the hell? They stealing the money. That's a federal grant too. That's, you know, if they get caught for that's a federal offense.
And do you think Tim Walz should go to jail for all the fraud that he's enabled here in the state?
That's him doing this? Well, heck yeah.
They even spelled learning wrong on their sign for a place that's supposed to be educating children.
That's crazy. Who runs it? Who supposedly runs it?
Somalians. Oh my God. So this daycare center is literally just a place to traffic money. $1.9 million just this year alone. And this guy's been living here for 8 years.
Kitchen.
And has never seen a single child walk through those doors.
So yeah, the clips speak for themselves, but I'll give you my take. I mean, this Nick Shirley did a great job, and this guy is blown up.
Yeah, he killed it. I kind of knew who Nick Shirley was before all this, but he really like blew the spot up. Oh boy.
Here now to weigh in
I'm so scared.
Deputy Chief of Staff and Homeland Security Advisor Stephen Miller. Stephen, this week the president doubled down on that promise to take on sanctuary cities, saying they do everything possible.
It's a nice piece
to
on that
protect
lady's neck that's probably like
criminals
12
at the
grand.
expense of American citizens. So why are these Democrat leaders still insisting, Stephen, on putting obstacles in the way of our law enforcement and these men and women who are just trying to do their jobs? And it seems like, you know, these quote unquote leaders are really adding fuel to the fire when it comes to violence against our law enforcement.
Yes, well, sanctuary cities are jurisdictions that shield and shelter criminal illegal aliens from deportation.
I got to look it
so,
up.
for example, in Minneapolis and Minnesota,
I'll look it
when
up
an
while you
illegal
guys
alien
watch
commits
that.
a crime and is deportable and can and should be removed from the country, the city of Minneapolis and the state of Minnesota prevent ICE from arresting and deporting the offender, even when they are charged or convicted of heinous crimes, including crimes against women, crimes against children, crimes of violence, and instead they release them back onto the street where they can continue to reoffend. So
Oh, boy.
ICE over and over and over again goes out into the community to find and arrest these fugitives who have since committed additional egregious crimes after they were released by Fry and Waltz and Ellison. These are acts of insurrection against the laws of the United States and against the sovereignty of the United States. Foreign illegal aliens who broke into this country, who then raped children, who committed human trafficking, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, protected, shielded, sheltered, coddled, defended at every level by the leadership in Minnesota. And then when ICE goes out to make these arrests, they unleash violent mobs to attack, assault, and impede ICE officers. And they refuse to allow the city police to protect those ICE officers in the conduct of their duties, willfully aiding and abetting this violence.
And it's so crazy to see, Stephen. It goes against every ounce of common sense. One would think that a leader,
I don't think it goes
in a
against
position like this in
every
Minnesota
ounce of
would
common
have.
sense. I mean, the people doing the things that they're doing, it makes perfect sense to them. We don't have to pretend that, you know, that they're not making any sense. Like, wah, doesn't mean anything when you say that. Just because you don't understand them, they make perfect sense to themselves and other people. But yeah, I don't like this the way this is going. And I have since learned that this is happening in my own backyard. So Trump has listed these Connecticut, where I'm at, cities as sanctuary cities. So Hartford, New Haven, East Haven, Hamden, New London, and Wyndham. Closest one to me being New London and New Haven. Technically East Haven, but East Haven and New Haven are kind of the same. You know, we're talking about a little body of water, a little river and a bridge that kind of breaks up the city a little bit. It's still New Haven. It's just East Haven. But yeah, I'm curious about, well, you know, it's blistering cold in Connecticut. Oh,
Connecticut
see what's
city
going on
leaders
at
in
home.
Hartford say federal agents responded to protesters with violence last night.
Now, videos taken at that protest appear to show someone using pepper spray on the crowd, and then what the city believes
know where
to
that
be
is.
a van driven by a federal employee striking one of the protesters. NBC Connecticut's Melissa Cooney joining us live after learning more of the details surrounding all of these things today. Melissa?
Yeah, Mike and Keisha, the city says that they are investigating multiple incidents that took place behind the federal building in Hartford, where I'm standing now. Now, I spoke with someone who was at these events yesterday. She says she was pepper sprayed. Hear her story.
I was pepper sprayed in Hartford.
The city calls violent incidents.
Oh, it
taking
was
place
awful.
At a Hartford ICE protest that began as a peaceful vigil for Renee Good, who was killed by an ICE agent in Minneapolis on Wednesday.
Yelling at us to get back, to get back, to get back. We stood our ground.
And that's when the pepper spray came out.
Deborah Cohen was at the vigil when she learned there was a van in the back of the building with concerns that someone was detained inside. She says she and other attendees were trying to
Well, if
block
someone's
the car
detained
and van
inside,
from
it's not
exiting
really
the
on
building.
on you
Then
to
an
do
unknown
something.
person began pepper spraying them.
Pepper spray came directly at us through the gate. It wasn't so much a taste as a burning that I've never felt before. It was not only in my eyes, and I seriously couldn't open my eyes or see anything. It was all on my face, on my lips, which was really, really bad.
Cohen said many others were sprayed, as seen in this video of a separate apparent pepper spray deployment.
Took me totally by surprise.
Yeah, that's the point. You're not supposed to
and
be
I
like,
will
oh,
tell
this
you
here,
that
hey, meet me on Friday. You'll pepper spray me in the fucking face.
Ice is worse.
Cohen says she then left the scene, but tensions were still rising. Are you okay? The city says then a van struck one of the protesters. The city says after that, an individual struck the van with an object and shattered the rear window as it was driving off.
We'd be investigating a potential evasion.
This
of
shit's going
responsibility,
down.
On the hit and run. I think we'd be investigating a potential assault too on the unlawful use of pepper spray. I think we'd be investigating the property damage from the individual who.
Yeah, let's waste money on all that.
The vehicle.
Now, the mayor says the federal government is not assisting them or being helpful with their
Correct.
investigation. We have reached out to ICE and the Department of
This is
Homeland
up the street
Security
from where I'm
about
at.
these allegations for a comment. We're waiting to hear back. Live in Hartford, Melissa Cooney, NBC, Connecticut News.
Yeah, we're toast. This is happening everywhere. Wait a minute. How is this 11 days old after ICE shooting? When was Renee Good shot? On the 7th? Wow, man, time flies. That is 10 days ago. This shit really ain't calming down. I want to know what my stupid
There's protests
leadership here
all
in
over the
Connecticut
country
has to
and
say.
here at home in Connecticut. Here's a live look on Main Street in Hartford. This is in front of the federal courthouse where demonstrators have been making their voices heard for more than an hour now. We want to continue our team coverage with reaction from local leaders. So everyone is talking about this shooting, though not everyone agrees about whether it is justified. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, is live in Hartford.
Unfortunately, I saw it, and from what I can tell, it was justified. Was there another way it could have gone? Absolutely, but she was menacing with the car. She was being a menace.
With what some
to law
local and state
enforcement.
officials
I'm
are
sorry.
saying tonight.
It sucks that she's dead.
Kara, pretty much everyone who has seen this video finds it deeply disturbing, and there are quite a few who are outraged by it. Here in Connecticut, when it comes to local leaders, well, they seem to agree at least on one thing. It is a tragedy.
Yeah, that I can agree
Governor
on,
Ned
too.
Lamont has seen the video, and he's making it clear how he feels.
I was shocked, and it just goes to your very core of humanity to see these masked agents go up to this car, window down, somebody trying to
Dude.
drive away, stay out of trouble,
No.
and shoot her twice in the head. She's a young mom. Her name is Good. She was in her neighborhood. And I'd like
No.
to think that, politics aside,
Lamont is
Wait a
questioning
minute.
the
Well,
tactics
is she
of
from
ICE
there?
agents
Because if
and
she's
feels
from there, if she lives on that street, where is Renee Good from? Renee Good was originally from Colorado Springs, but had lived in several places, including Kansas, Missouri, before recently moving to Minneapolis with her wife. That's too bad. So she was in her own neighborhood when this happened?
some may lack training. There are laws in Connecticut that aim to keep officers out of situations where they have to use deadly force. The state police commissioner says officers are told to never intentionally place themselves in front of moving vehicles, and they can't shoot at a moving vehicle unless there's a threat beyond the vehicle itself. Reaction to this video.
So the governor, my governor, is stirring people up for this too. I don't think these people understand how powerful they are. I mean, they say shit, people listen to it, then they just go off of it. Man. Well, one of my favorite internet buffoons got out of jail. This is good. Who doesn't know about Boss Man Jack? This guy is nuts, loses big a lot, and smokes crack when he does it. Apparently we're on season 8 of whoever's channel this is.
Boss Man Jack is free from jail. He made an escape and is currently changing his life around, working at an anti-drug and anti-gambling facility.
I'm gifted to show how I really feel about myself, dude. And that's why all these streamers talk so much about me, because they don't even act like their true self, bro. If I was my true self all the fucking time, I would literally get killed. I'm not kidding. You look at Martin Luther King Jr. You look at
oh god,
all these people that really.
Did this guy just really compare himself to Martin Luther King Jr.? You're a gambling addict that smokes crack, bro.
Could have changed and really moved the world. They got killed, bro. I'm trying to tell you something. And you get so much hate, it gets exhausting, bro. So half the time you just want to give in, bro. You just want to say, fuck it, bro. You don't want to be like that anymore. No, it's true, Yeppy. It's true, bro. They don't want us to win, dude. They're trying to suppress me. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, bro. I can change the world, bro. I'm going to change the world.
Why is this guy so
I'm going
emotional?
to help so many people, dude. I just got to get my straight first, bro. I got to get my straight, and then I can help everybody else out there, bro. It's so hard, though, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's so hard, bro. But I will get my straight, and I will help people, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I will change the world. There's not many people that are strong enough and brave enough to say and act
what
like
is
I
he going
act,
on
bro.
about?
Let's not be silly, that did not happen. Before all you rats start celebrating, it's not as it seems. First, I'm going to catch up on all the jail updates that I've missed out on. On the 29th of October, we got a new Boss Man mugshot. It is believed we got the mugshot because of Boss Man being rebooked for his parole violation charge. If you compare this mugshot to his initial mugshot, we see a few differences. He looks a lot more confident, probably because Boss Man runs the show wherever he goes, and that includes jail. He's also looking quite a bit thinner, which is so wrong, dude. I can't believe they aren't feeding Boss Big Bufords for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It doesn't look that good, dude. Damn, that microwave steak, nice. I don't know, man. I'm still gonna eat it, bro. I'm still gonna eat it. Okay, we're good. All right. Hey, another thing I noticed in jail.
This is the
guys,
silliest
was
man that ever lived.
I need to bring someone on stage, maybe. I feel this isn't it. This isn't it, guys. That's really raw. It is. That's all right. Should I cook it more? Cook it more or no? Raw is safe. I would. I wouldn't.
That is disgusting.
I wouldn't. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, what up? Boss. Well, that's raw.
The rats then got a second new mugshot. This was speculated to be because of Boss Man attending a treatment facility in jail. Now, viewer discretion is advised for this mugshot. Boss has got that "I've been getting violated in jail" look.
Come on, dude. It's not real. That's not real.
No, that's
dude,
real.
There's no way. There's no way.
He looks like a Temu Ringo star. Boss Man then had a hearing on the 2nd of December for his felony drug possession charge, which resulted in a continued verdict, which means that his next hearing for that charge will be on the 6th of January. We were then gifted a light at the end of the tunnel, as that January 6th date got moved to the 18th of December, meaning that Boss Man would have the chance of getting bail before Christmas. However, Brian Jones would spit in the rats' faces and fail to get Boss Man out, making his next hearing scheduled for the 3rd of February. While the rats were panicking at the news,
I guess I'm one of
it
the
was
rats.
theorized that Brian Jones had actually secured bail, and Boss would only go back for his hearing to review the results of the drug test that was taken at the time of the arrest. The rats got their answer the next day, as Boss was released into the wild, as Rat Dad would come to his rescue yet again to pay for his bond.
Shut the f***
Virginia.
You close it. You're a yeah, you're a dude. I hate you, bro.
This dude wins millions of dollars and loses millions of dollars. It's the silliest thing. Like, he'll be up 80,000 and then he'll lose it all.
I hate you, Dad. Why is that? I hate you, bro.
But as the day went on, and all we heard from Bossman in his Discord was a few messages from a fake Bossman account, the likelihood of a stream became more and more unlikely. And that's where we're at now. It's been over a week and Boss has not messaged the Discord or streamed anywhere, which leaves only one option for where Boss has gone.
How do you make
Good old
$350K
rehab.
a year?
And this must be a highly strict rehab facility because we've seen Boss do full-on Gamba streams with other patients in rehab. But Boss is not running the show right now, which I bet is making him feel some type of way. It's very possible we get to see a Bossman stream on the 3rd of February, or maybe he gets phone privileges before then and we can watch a classic Bossman rehab stream. Let's just hope that he gets released soon because I've been without consistent entertainment for more than 3 months now.
I just hope this dude goes and gets himself sorted out. That's all I'm doing for this stream. I forgot to... I didn't do the internal recording to edit little clips out. Add the next one. Thanks for stopping by if you did.